I don't understand, okay? I don't get it. Why is it that whenever a person who is, under his 30s tries to get into religion and tries to become religious, all of a sudden he is this, how to say, he's old fashioned, or he's, very different, or, basically he is excluded from his peer group or from his, circle of friends for being too religious. When was there a time to be too religious? That's what I'm not understanding. As long as there is no time there is no guaranteed time to die, then there is no guaranteed time to be religious. Because let's say, for instance, okay, how many people do you personally know who've died while they're 15? People die at all different ages. There's this notion among, many Muslim cultures, and it's very apparent, especially when you go to the mosques and the masajid. You enter them and you find all old people. You're wondering, where are the young people? And most of these people have this perception that, okay, I'm still young, and I'm putting my faith and my trust in Allah. Allah's the most forgiving. He's going to give me chances, therefore He's going to give me a long life, and therefore once I reach my 40s, I'm going to be old, I'm going to have accumulated a huge bunch of sins, but it's no problem, because I can always do tawbah. I can always ask Allah for forgiveness, for forgiveness. But let me ask you a question. Do you know if you're going to live until your 40s? Do you know that? Can you guarantee that? Yeah, you, the guy who's watching, the guy behind the camera, can you guarantee that you are going to live tomorrow, or after one minute you might die, you might pass away, who knows in which way? The point being that it's important to always be on guard, meaning that if I were to die right now, I would die in the best of circumstances where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with me. And if not pleased with me, at least He is not angry with me. You see, many Muslims, many young Muslims especially, they have this idea that, okay, Islam and religion is for the old, and when I grow old, then, when you're young, you should have fun, you should be mainstream, it's part of the culture, what can I do? Don't give yourself excuses, and think about death. Think about death a lot whenever you feel like, you might be dragged into you might be dragged into the mainstream culture because of peer pressure. Whenever you think of maybe joining your friends for a cigarette or for a vape, because that's very common now, or going to a bar or to a club to drink alcohol or mocktails or whatever it is. Think about death, because death truly is the killer of desires. Whenever you have a desire or an urge which is not pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, think about death, because that really reminds you where you're going. And think about how unguaranteeable it is, like how unguaranteed your life is. You may die any moment. So back to the question, are you too young to be religious? Are you too old to be religious? I'm gonna answer this question with another question, by the way. How about you ask, are you too young to die? Are you too old to die? The thing is, there is no specific age for death. Therefore, there should be no particular or specific age for getting closer to Allah and making sure that when we die in the way of husn al-khatima, or in the best of manners, like in the best of situations. And inshallah, we ask, Allah to give us all that opportunity, because obviously no one wants to die on something haram. Think about, if I were to die right now, would I want to be resurrected upon what I died upon? So that's some food for thought for all of you, inshallah. And may you all be in the best of conditions and always be doing the halal stuff, hashtag halal gang.